Another card game, first impressions, this time Cardaclysm. Pretty terrible name. Pretty good game though. Hey everyone, this is Thyworm and today let's play some cards, build some decks and see what this new game is all about. Enjoying the video? Consider subscribing. Cardaclysm is an early access game developed by Elder Games, an indie studio founded in 2007. The devs gave me a key, so thanks a lot for that. In Cardaclysm you are to face the 4 Horsemen, and in order to defeat them you need to collect cards, build a deck, gather items and become a true master at the game. You defeat monsters and get more cards, you can upgrade those cards as well, and slowly but surely your deck of 12 cards is shaping up to be a true force to be reckoned with. You start out as this wizard, and after a short tutorial you are thrown into the procedurally generated isometric worlds where you're walking around, you can pick up items and fight enemies. The world somehow reminded me a bit of King's Bounty, and it plays pretty much the same, apart from the battles. Cardaclysm has a few biomes, a jungle, desert, night time and ice world as far as I've seen, each inhabiting their own monsters. These monsters also belong to a specific school of magic, which is in line with the biome. There are forest monsters that poison and heal, there are ice monsters that freeze and lower attack values and steal resources, there are fire monsters that explode and deal AoE damage, and there are nighttime occult monsters that corrupt enemies and other allies that aren't nighttime monsters. When walking around the world you come across the occasional artifact which can be equipped and gives a boost to certain schools of magic. After you collect the Sylvan set, for example, you might want to include a lot of forest cards into your deck as those creatures and cards are buffed significantly. This way your equipment plays nicely into the deck building, and finding a few items can really impact your deck quite a bit, and at the same time the game introduces some small RPG elements. Finally, each world has a few monsters in it and approaching them triggers the battles. I couldn't really see anything new or original in the card battles itself. There are a lot of standard features like cards costing resources, the yellow stuff, they have hit points, attack points, and some cards have special effects. Creatures can steal the yellow resources, they can heal, paralyze, poison, block damage or explode, to give a few examples. Even though there aren't a lot of original elements in here, the battles are very solid regardless and ramp up in difficulty pretty quickly. It doesn't really matter at the start which cards you play as you are defeating the enemies anyway, but after about 10 to 15 worlds the encounters get significantly harder and you need a decent deck, a good mulligan and a decent strategy to take on the enemies and emerge victorious, and that is where Cardaclysm really shines, as everything comes together in the battles. In between worlds there is the interdimensional pub, a place to chill, receive a few quests and trade some cards with the goblin in the basement. After successful completion of your quests, which can all be done in the procedurally generated biomes, you receive a handful of cards which you can use to either upgrade your deck or upgrade your cards. Cardaclysm has a pretty inventive system where you can merge certain cards and then they level up, increasing costs, health, damage and sometimes gaining additional effects. As you gain more resources over time as you travel the worlds, you can get away with playing super expensive, very powerful cards. This creates a sense of progression and it makes you want to keep playing to find the last pieces of the cards you need to complete your all Sylvan deck or your Frostbright composition. It is a cool feature that definitely pays off. Cardaclysm has a roadmap and already one update of that roadmap is implemented, on schedule I might add. There are 6 more updates to come, including 2 major ones. In November 2020 the full launch is planned. The game is currently available for €15, which seems reasonable. I hope you enjoyed the video ladies and gents. Thanks so much for watching and making it to the end. See you soon, bye bye.